What's going on, Washington fans? Welcome to the JTFB channel. I am Josh Taylor, and that's my guy, Real Robinson, host of Rambling with Rio show. Crazy year so far, Rio. We're 2-0. The
2-0, baby. Let's go.
Here, no one else really did. This ain't new to us. No, it's completely new to us.
Very.
We host a Buffalo Bills team that is 1-1. And I've been talking to some Buffalo Bills fans throughout the week, and they said that week one game it was too crazy. Like, you don't expect something like that to ever happen again. So they really don't know what to expect out of this game, and I don't either. So we'll get into it. And we'll talk about it. We'll preview a couple of things. It looks like it's like the high of like 62 for that game with rain. I know you'll be there. I'm not going to be there, but it just seems like one of those FedEx games. And you said it earlier. It's not a game day unless there's a chance of rain.
Bro, it rains every home Sunday, bro. Like, what is going on in Landover, man? That every single Sunday has to have rain involved, man.
That's like I'm trying to plan something out, but it seems like every time I go to any game, even at Penn State, I went to like 4 home games last year, every single game in rain. So maybe it's just me. I don't know. What's going on, y'all? Great football weather. I don't know. For the Buffalo Bills fans, yeah, they absolutely love it. I said it earlier on Twitter. I was like, they'd go to Antarctica if they had to for a game. Like, they don't care what it is.
They don't care. They're with that action, for real.
As soon as it started raining week one, though, my ass was over with the concessions. I was not trying to be in that soaking wet rain.
Soft. We want the dome already.
It's coming. Like, the RFK dome. I mean, how long would it take for us to get to RFK?
I think the stadium is going to be built in like 2028, 2029. Man, I think that's when I know. So I'm thinking 5 years.
I'm going to have kids by then, man.
You got a whole family.
I'm not going to be allowed to go to games by that time.
We're going to be priced out. Dude, that stadium will be crazy expensive.
I'm looking. Hey, it's good though. It's going to be a luxury thing. They're going to build around the stadium. The game day vibes are going to be hype. We're going to be excited. I guarantee these Bill fans are going to come here and be like, "What the hell is this?" Like, there's nothing to do here. Just tailgate, which is fine. That's what they do best. But yeah, man. So like I said, I've been talking to some Bills fans. They feel pretty good about this. A lot of them kind of consider us more like the Raiders that they played last week, and not like a top contender yet. Yeah, and a lot of people have us like in that tier of like the Raiders. Like, we're not a serious team yet. There's still people that are saying, I've seen like some like rankings for the like power rankings for the NFL, and some people still have us in like the low 20s. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, we're 2-0.
Love it.
I know the team wasn't the game last week. What's going on? It wasn't like some blowout, like, but it takes a good team to come back against anybody, let alone 18 down on the road. And I get it's the Broncos, like, but like people are saying, like, if you're a good team though, you're not going to be down that much. I kind of like, things happen, like, but it takes a good team to come back from that, don't you think?
Dan Snyder's Washington loses that game. I promise you. We've seen so many Washington teams that would have had an 18-point deficit on the road in their starting quarterback's first road game, and they would have packed it in. They would have packed it in for the evening, but instead, we fought back. And Eric Bieniemy drummed up 35 offensive points, something we haven't seen.
4 touchdowns on offense.
The world was like, bro, we couldn't buy toilet paper in grocery stores the last time Washington put up 35 offensive points. No fluke stuff, no defensive touchdown. It was all EB in the offense putting up 35 points. So I love the resiliency. I love the fight. I love what the quarterback did. Our running back stepped up. Overall, we showed that we could come back on the road, and we were able to humble Russ because Russ was having I called it a fever dream. Like, he was back in the time machine, back to his heyday in Seattle, and then he remembered who he was in the second half. But one thing could change the momentum, and it could change a season. It could change just a game, or it could change a whole season. Hopefully that Jamin Davis fumble sparked what could be a run that Washington goes on this year.
Yeah, the Logan Thomas catch and like sacrificing himself for the rest of that game, and then the Jamin Davis fumbles like absolutely sparked that. But I agree with you. Like, the offense has not looked this good in a long time. Like, I think Virginia was still a colony the last time we had 4 touchdowns. Like, I can't remember, like, the Kirk Cousins you like that game is like the only one that really comes to mind. We're like, oh yeah, the offense was like on fire. Like,
bro, no, the Packers game on Sunday night, bro, where Kirk went crazy it was like 20-mile-per-hour winds, and he was just throwing bombs to Crowder, D-Jax, and Garcon all night. That was one of the best offensive explosions I've seen
ever. Yeah, but it's been a long time. That's the thing. Like, with Sam, like how he looked in the first half and how he looked in the second half. What's your assessment on Sam so far? 2 weeks in, we've seen some good, we've seen some bad. Our week 1 game, like the Bills can say their week 1 game was weird. It was like Aaron Rodgers was hurt. I get it. Like they were celebrating like 9/11. There was so much going on for that game. But with our game, like the rain, like it was a big time game. It was sold out. Like there's a lot going on. Like I said, the weather was awful in that like halftime, third quarter. It was just weird. What would you think? What's your assessment of Sam through these first 2 games?
I've watched condensed versions of every game that's been played in the NFL this year, and I can confidently say through 2 weeks that our guy is in the top half of quarterbacks in this league.
Oh, absolutely.
He's way up there, honestly,
Yeah.
because through 2 weeks, and he only has 3 starts under his belt, but the kid has it. He has it. And my favorite thing about him, he's so unfazed. He's so cool. He doesn't get too high with the highs. He doesn't get low at all with the lows. He knows the mistakes he makes, and his deficiencies are very fixable. They're very fixable, you know? He holds the ball too long. He fades into pressure sometimes. But he's responsible with like week 1, I think that was an anomaly. He's not a turnover guy. He's not a big turnover guy. He's never going to be a big turnover guy.
Don't tell it to the Denver Broncos.
Oh, yeah, show. I know. Yeah, I
He's
know.
He's waiting to throw one. He's just looking for it.
Somehow waiting to throw. I like how he liked that tweet, too, by the way. Love that. Love the pettiness. We love the king pettiness coming from Sam Howell. But I will say when we were down 21-3, the one thing you cannot say is that the offense weren't moving. They were moving at will on Denver, but we were finding ways to just Washington the hell up the drive.
Penalties and stupid shit, yeah.
Field goals, dumbass long snappers, and Sam took a bad sack because he didn't feel Randy Gregory, who always cooks us for whatever reason. I don't know what vendetta he holds against Washington, but Randy Gregory always shows up versus us. The only thing Randy Gregory ever shows up for is marijuana, but he shows up when Washington's on the other side.
That's a court.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully he's still up for a court date, but
it's coming.
Sam made like 3 to 5 throws both weeks that no quarterback that's played here for a long time could even dream about making. And his good looks so good that you can live with the holding of the ball and the small deficiencies that will be fixed. The guy turned 23 last week. Nothing he's done gave me any doubt that he won't be something that we can hold on to for a while here. I think we might have got us one, man.
I mean, I agree. Like, I can't say how many times I've watched. Like, first off, the Terry throw against the Cowboys, but then the one against the Broncos, like the Bates throw and that Terry throw. Like, I did a little clip on Twitter. It was 3 receivers we had against 7 DBs.
Yep.
How the heck we scored on that play? I have no idea. Like,
literally, the ball goes anywhere other than where he put it. It's an interception.
Yeah. It was crazy because what happened is like EB called, it was a bunch formation. Like everyone was like in line except Terry was the only one out wide, literally the only one that wasn't in line. And 3 guys go out. I think it was like Cole Turner. I forgot who else was on that left side. Do like some little short, like intermediate routes, whatever. And then Terry, like the whole defense was up close because like, all right, this is about to be a run or it's going to be like a short pass or some kind of like roll out boot or something like that because they're playing bunch formation. Like they're not expecting to go deep. And then Terry just goes behind the whole defense like it's nothing. And he just drops a perfect throw to him. Like that's what has me excited, like knowing that he has that in his arsenal. And I mean, we saw it at North Carolina. It's like we didn't know that he was gonna do these kind of throws.
Top 2 throw I've ever seen my team make ever.
It is.
And it might be not 2. It might be the 1, like not the 2, because that was the balls it took to even drop back, fade to the left, and let it fly. Like he threw that shit with confidence. Like I know where the ball's going to be and Terry's going to catch it. And body catching ass Terry used nothing but mitts and snagged it. Oh, it was beautiful. It was gorgeous.
Yeah, I mean, top to bottom, that play was perfect. And then the Bates one, I forgot who it was. Maybe it was Cosby. Someone was right in his face. He throws it, and he's literally has like his hand on the back of the lineman when he throws it. Like he has no base whatsoever. It's just all arm strength, all ball placement. Yeah, just right in the bucket. So, like, that has me excited. Now, this Bills defense, it is a little different. They have some injuries that we're trying to figure out with Micah Hyde, top safety in the league. They also have Trell Bernard, linebacker. They don't know if he's going to play. And then Leonard Floyd, defensive end. So, there's a couple guys that are banged up there. James Cook wasn't at practice on offense today. I think they said he had a baby, though. So, like, he's going to play.
Dawson Knox is out, right?
They said it seems like he's not going to play. Everyone I've talked to, like on their side, so like they don't think he goes. But they said it's like a game time decision. But I mean, they still have Dalton Kincaid, who was like my favorite tight end in the whole draft. But I agree, Cameron. The arch on Terry, that Terry throw was unreal. Literally perfect. Let's see that one full on Twitter. I try to compare the throw to Terry one of Heineke. Heck no. Bro, there's so many, and it's funny because Rio, maybe you get the same guy. There's always this one guy on the Bleacher Report stream that's always like, oh, Heineke would be the best quarterback here if he was still here. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, bro.
What I tell to those people is like, yo, Heineke's not going to sleep with you, bro. Like, Heineke's not going to get in bed with you, bro. Like, y'all got to let that shit go. That man is not even starting on the 2-0 team that he plays for right now.
For like, with the quarterback is worse than ours right now.
What about what's happening here in week 2 with Sam Howell has anything to do with Taylor Heinicke? Like, why are people still talking about him?
No clue. Timothy brought up a good point. Something we do notice. Sam has a tendency to do that spin out of the pocket. I don't like, and I like to call that a college like spin out of the pocket. You can't really be doing that too much now, especially like unless you have the ball tucked away, which like that was what happened against the Cardinals game when he had that ball just out in the open. He got hit from behind. I think it was like right before halftime. They got that touchdown. Like that can't happen. But like Eric Bieniemy talked about him today. Man, like that shit had me hyped. Like he's talking about Sam, like how like he said like the plays I draw up are for him to take control and just make like lead that offense and then make what he wants out of that play. Like, bro, that's first off, that's big guts by Eric Bieniemy because you're putting you're the one that's been doubted. You're putting your like street cred on the line, letting a guy who's essentially a rookie take your play calling and run with it. So it's like this perfect like balanced relationship. Like Eric Bieniemy's like, look, I know what you can do. I'm gonna give you what I want you to work with, but I want you to like put your own little personal spin on it and go out there and do your thing. So, but he said there's a few things he's like working on, but he said we're past all that beginner shit. He's like he's way past that stuff. He said he's to the point now where he is leading that offense and like three starts in, he's already a leader on this team, man. I don't know. That's crazy. He got things he's working on, but the upside is absolutely there.
Yeah.
I saw a video from CBS saying Sam Howell's better than Zach Wilson. Like, oh yeah, absolutely better than
100%. Zach Wilson doesn't even care about football, bro. He's there for the Cougars, bro. Hey, he's there to put the MILFs in the crowd, bro.
He wouldn't want to play with Dax Milne anyways. We could win the Super Bowl and people would still ask for Heinicke to start. Absolutely makes no sense to me.
It is weird.
That was the worst days of my life seeing that man.
Weird ass fan base, man.
Hey, you know what? I clicked on this one for a reason. Ask Rio what he likes about the hospital scrubs. Hey, Daniel, this is the platform for that. Like we stand behind all nurses, doctors, any female that wears scrubs.
Nurses are my weakness at this point, bro. I work at a hospital, bro, and the day just goes by so much better with all these tight ass scrubs walking, and they're just looking for friendly conversation from a guy. Well, man, I love me some nurses. What do I like about the scrubs? Everything. Yes is the answer. Everything, bro.
So the color combinations.
We love
Eric Bieniemy's making the 19 different teams that interviewed him. And the thing is, I've been saying this. I think he's the head coach by the end of the season.
By the end of the season, that's bold, but I think he's definitely on a trial internship as the head coach here because this whole team is predicated off of is echoing his culture and identity so far.
I like the way he. Maybe I should say I like the way he speaks more than how Ron speaks. And I know we give Ron a lot of shit, but he did turn this team around. He went through a lot of stuff.
You just feel moved when EB speaks to the media.
Yeah. Dude, he got me like ready. Him and Prime both. I texted Aaron, Aaron, the other day. I said, yo, I wonder if I could text Coach Prime and see if I got any years of eligibility left. Like, let me walk on, Coach. Let me be a walk-on linebacker or something. I got the size.
Bro, let me walk on as a spectator. I just want to be a part of it. I just want to see.
Yeah, what's the prep team? What do they call it? Scout team. Yeah, let me do that, man.
Bro, I'll be one of the guys that walks in and hands them sunglasses, bro. Like, I just want to be a part of the call. EB and Dion, just mover of people. Like, they know how to move you. Everything they say makes you want to run through your computer screen, TV screen, wall, or whatever the closest land in front of you is.
Their EB, like he talks with so much passion. Like every word he says, that man means it. Ryan Clark, Orlovsky, and Swagoo are really impressed with how the offensive weapons and EB's play calling. I agree, Bradley. Everything I've seen by like people that know what they're talking about. Even what's his name? Sullivan that does the QB school. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because he blew up. Like everyone's like posting that. Like as soon as they post a picture of him, like this little thumbnails he does, like what the hell they're talking about. Like Fields has been getting roasted for it lately. But yeah, like he's mentioned a lot of really good things. Yeah, speaking of Justin Fields, remember all the fans that wanted him? I mean, I was one of them, but
yeah.
I was one of them.
It'd be like that.
but like the people that know what they're talking about when it comes to offensive play calling. I mean, hell, even Tyreek Hill was like, yo, look at Eric Bieniemy. I'm so proud of Eric Bieniemy doing his thing, calling those plays on the sideline. Like, people, like, know what he's about. And it's sad that, like, other teams didn't get him, but what a blessing it is that we got Eric Bieniemy here. What's the realistic? We can see this season ending AG and B-Rob getting 1,000 rushing yards. I tell you what, Antonio Gibson's not getting anywhere.
Yeah, but he's not getting 1,000.
Fuck no, he ain't even getting 100 carries, bro.
500 rushing yards.
Nah, and that's the thing. Like we're gonna talk about with the Buffalo Bills matchup. If it's raining on Sunday, that boy better not get that rock. Like unless he's in space and he's catching it in space.
Hell no.
It's every time, bro. Every time he fumbles, it is at the line of scrimmage.
That's why I don't want to see him get the ball between the tackles ever.
Yeah,
like, he never or toss and sweep screens. Nothing receiver shit. I don't want to see him do running back thing. If we need more running back things, and Robinson needs to be spelled, put C-Rod in the game.
Please put C-Rod. Like I want more C-Rod carries. Like honestly, or Curtis Samuel. Like if you want some kind of speed out the backfield, put in Curtis Samuel.
Put Josh in that ball. Just don't give Gibson the ball between the tackles, please.
No, but like literally, you go back and watch every single fumble he's had since he's been here, which is like what 9, which is a lot. It's always at the line of scrimmage. It's like always in a big pile, which makes no sense to me. Like just get that man out in space. And I mean B-Rob though, I think he does get 1,000 yards. I forgot. Shout out to Underdog Fantasy, by the way. JTFB is my promo code to double your deposit. Already had a bunch of people sign up this season. We're making money out here. I took the over on his props. Let me see what it was. Like, cause it's like so low.
It's like 750 yards or something like that.
Something stupid. 750.5 yards. That's crazy, bro. 750 yards.
Showed up with vision last week, and Antonio Gibson. Like I seen somebody say, but y'all said Antonio Gibson doesn't have vision. He doesn't have vision in between the tackles, but
when he's
it's a
out
different
in space,
story when you get out in space. Out in space with the ball is not the same as having vision when you have to pick running lanes smartly and be able to find your cutback lane.
Yeah, he just want to hit that outside and get up the field.
Yeah.
Which that's his game. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just don't give him 10 carries up the middle for the love of God. Thoughts on Diggs' injury? I will say, like, dude, I hate it. Like, obviously, I don't want anybody to get hurt. I'm an Alabama guy. I've met Diggs a couple times. Last time I met him was when he broke his leg at Alabama. He was on crutches after a game. I was like chopping up with him. Super cool dude. Like, I love Diggs a lot. Like, I wanted him here. I know he plays for the Cowboys, but like, still, it sucks. Like, I want to beat the Cowboys at their best too. Like if Micah Parsons or something gets hurt, like I'll be blown about it. Because like, and that's another thing. It's been so many injuries already this season, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. It's terrifying.
There's a lot of ugly football being played too, which is what has me thankful that we are 2-0. And knock on wood, no like big injuries yet. We're dealing with some small ones and stuff.
Hey, just let it. You don't even got to speak on it, bro. Just let it go.
We're blessing the stream. But what do you think about the Diggs injury? I know how you feel about the Cowboys. But...
I hate the Cowboys, but I want them at their best when we play them, like you mentioned. And I wanted Terry to get some redemption because Trayvon Diggs has put Terry in a straitjacket for the most part when he's been in coverage on him the last couple times we've played them. And I'm sick of Cowboys fans telling me that he's Diggs' child. So I wanted Terry to get back on them. They did pick up Stephon Gilmore for a reason this offseason. They're loaded.
Little son.
Yeah, and exactly. And
old son.
Dan Quinn calls a great defense over there. They're loaded on that side, and they're probably going to have the defensive player of the year, Micah Parsons.
Yeah, Micah Parsons is different, bro.
So, while this is a big loss for them, that does not excuse them when January comes because that team is pretty loaded and they have all the ingredients they need to contend. So don't count this as another Cowboys excuse.
Yeah, and don't think like their season's over because of this either. Like, as long as, like, in all honesty, I'm not just saying this because I do support Penn State. like as long as Micah Parsons on that field, they have a chance of winning a game. That boy is different. I will never forget how many people. I'm not going to say any names, but there was a certain content creator in Washington who was like, "Oh, he's just a glorified. He's not a real good defensive guy. They're going to throw him on the line, and he's not going to be that good. He's just a glorified linebacker." Blah 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 blah. I'm like, bruh, like I know he's a weird dude and he's done some weird stuff. We ain't gonna talk
brother.
about
Booty Bandit can play for my
bro. Oh my God,
he likes to thrust people in the locker room, but he
taking
also
a shower with him.
He likes to thrust them on the field too. We can use it over here. I wish we had Micah Parsons.
Hey, what up, Super Chef? We need something cooked up for some tailgate.
My guy?
Definitely need some cooked up. And that's another thing, like the home scene. I can't wait to see what it's like for this game. But yo, week 1, there was some good food and there was some good drinks. Man. So I'm kind of mad I'm not going to be there.
The DMV crab roll spot and the cheesecake joint on the lower level, the cheesesteak joint, they're really good. The food spot, the food was better.
That shit I posted on Twitter like blew up. It was the mumbo tenders with like the fries with like the Old Bay on it. Yeah. And then there was some kind of, it was called like Commander fries that Aaron got. It was like crab and shrimp and some kind of like cilantro lime sauce. I don't know, but that shit was amazing.
Was it like crab roll?
Yeah, DMV crab roll. Shout out to DMV crab roll. Awesome. Like that was the best food I've ever had in any kind of stadium. Second is like Alabama's Dreamland barbecue nachos is top tier, but this for sure was like number 1. Mumbo chicken tenders, bro, on fries. Like, bro, I ate that shit up.
That shit looks
Everybody
so
was
good.
like trying to take our food when we were sitting there. I was like, y'all need to chill. Daniel said I might be a little worried that that we won't have a 1,000-yard wide receiver just because everyone is a pass catcher.
We'll have a 1,000-yard receiver.
I think so.
The numbers will accumulate over time.
Yeah, and I thought it was going to be Jahan off the jump. Jahan's had a little bit of a slow start, but it's coming. Like he missed 4 games. I mean, either him or Terry. Like hell, I'll take any of them being 1,000 yards. I wanted that Han Terry versus Diggs Gilmore matchup. Yeah, but still, they got, like I said, they got some ballers in the secondary. The secondary is underrated.
Nice. Yeah, they're still nice.
Hey, yo, here we go. Hey, well, what the hell is going on in Chicago? I have no clue, bro. I thought we were dysfunctional.
That ship is sailed, man. It's not us no more, bro.
And then Justin Fields is like hugging the coach, trying to make things right today. It's not even just him. Like, I don't know what's going on with the defensive coordinator. Like, no one wants to take credit for that story. So, it's something like crazy out of pocket. Yeah, like Adam Schefter has not said one thing about it.
They've retracted all his house got raided by the FBI. I've seen people throw out like child, and like, whoa, what are we doing? Like, wait till you before you speak. I heard that Peanut Tillman tipped off why are people, and then freaking Dove Kleiman, whatever the hell, this bot and all those JPA pages and all that, they just run with stories before they have any confirmation. It's like the rush to
developing.
The rush to be
from
first.
Who? Yeah, who did you get that from, Dove? It's stupid, but it's got to be something crazy because if Adam Schefter's not touching it, he's like, I ain't gonna be the one that breaks this news. Like, he knows what's going on, but he's like, I'm not touching that story. And then DJ Moore was like caught saying something during that game, after the game with the Bucks game. Who was it? Someone said they're using you wrong, bro. And he's like, tell me about it. So like, bro,
Justin Fields sucks right now.
Dude, he is so bad. It's not coaching, I promise you. Their coaches might suck, but Justin Fields is awful.
Like, I understand the people because I like Justin Fields, but like, you can't cape for please go back and watch it. Like, bro,
that one play alone is like, bro,
God.
I
there are multiple plays like that. That's the problem. He's turning down clean pockets, open receivers, and it's bad. He's not.
If Sam ever did something like that, his ass would not be on the field right now. I promise you. What's going on? Hazard Arcade, just chilling. Watching Twitter wanted Parsons bad in that draft. Don't even get me started. Can you imagine, bro? Yeah. But the thing is, though, like Ron would probably put him as like just a linebacker. He'd be like, drop in coverage, Michael.
I was praying that he got down to us, man. I was like, bro, we need some character issue guys on this team. Like, we need
to mix up the culture a little bit.
His football culture is impeccable, and that's all that matters, bro.
Yeah, no, he's different. One day we'll get a good linebacker. What's going on, Cameron? Just chilling, talk about this game, man. We're gonna get into it. We've been kind of shooting the shit for a little bit, but this Buffalo game, you and me talked about it. If we win this game,
Oh,
we're acting different, we're talking different, we were walking different all season long. Even if we lose out, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. We beat Buffalo.
yo, I might pull up on stream with a cigar lit and a bottle
At
of
the stadium.
Perrier acting crazy.
Not even gonna make it home.
Crazy, bro.
And you're doing the post game stream on Bleacher Report, right?
Yeah, I'll be doing the
cool.
post game.
So shout out to that. We'll drop the link for that on Twitter. But right now, 6.5 point underdogs to Buffalo. Over unders 43, which I think is pretty daggone low, like 43 points.
It's gonna rain. You never know. It could be one of them ugly games. It's a weird season. It's hard to predict how these games are gonna go right now because they definitely did their due diligence on the script this year because the season is wilding right now.
Already, yeah. It took literally the first week to me be like, what the hell is going on in the NFL? Let's talk about some matchups and something I've been thinking about. Obviously, Stephon Diggs is like the guy to worry about. But I'm being honest with you, whether Dawson Knox is out there or not, like I said, they have Dalton Kincaid. I'm worried about what I saw out of Cody Barton last week, dude. He was decent in the run game, but coverage-wise, that was one of the worst games I've seen from a linebacker of ours in a long time. Like,
he's not very good, man. He looks lost. He looks slow. It doesn't look good coming from him right now.
So we're 2-0. Proving people wrong. Vince McMahon's been forced out. Hey, the WWE is a fucking mess. I hate watching the WWE. I watch AEW, but absolute mess. Josh Allen's rushing yards is over under 30.5 seems low. It does seem low, especially because I think they do want to run the ball more. But when things break down, he's going to have to run it. But that defensive line, like that's the thing. The first half, our running defense looks so bad, and then the second half, no one can run on us. And Deron Payne said like his thing is he just feels things out. And he said he needs to, get things going quicker to where he's playing like he did in the second half all game long. But yeah, 30.5 does seem low. But also it depends, like if they account for like the sack yards and stuff too, then maybe.
We notoriously give up a big quarterback run to mobile quarterbacks. Like we let Cooked Russ have a big run on us.
And it's Josh Allen. Like he's gonna run some dudes over. I probably would take the over by a little bit.
I take the over because YOLO Allen is gonna do some YOLO shit at some point on Sunday because it's the way he lives life. He lives dangerous
for no reason. If I had Haley Steinfeld, I would chill as much as possible. I remember 3 weeks ago when Rio said if the Commanders are 2-0, we were hosting Buffalo at 2-0. It's like it's only like never before. And fellas, here we are, bro. That's the thing. Like we as fans or content people, whatever you want to call us. Like it was an expectation. Like we should go 2-0, but like realistically, we're not used to that. Like it's been 12 years since we went 2-0. 2 games. We can't win the first 2 games of a season in like a 12-year span. That's crazy.
That was pre-RG3 last time we did this.
12 years. 2 games. That's not asking for much.
And we ain't been 3-0 since Joe Gibbs 2.0 back in 2005 when our starter was Patrick Ramsey and then Mark Brunell because Ramsey got hurt super early in the season. Chris Cooley was playing tight end. Bro, we haven't went 3-0 since 2005. That's crazy.
I'm trying to think 2005. What was the year we played the Bucks in the playoffs? And it was like
that's that year. We won a playoff game. We won our last playoff game in 2005.
I remember that game. I was lit at my uncle's house. He's a giant Cowboys fan. Like that was like one of the best like years of my life, like as a fan, a young fan.
Crazy. Good game, but that was a good season.
Those 2 tight ends are a problem. It sounds like people are saying Knox is out. Like I said, even if he isn't, Dalton Kincaid is built like a wide receiver.
I love that. We're both on the Dalton Kincaid train during draft season.
Yeah, like guys like Michael Myers doesn't look good. Like the other tight ends really haven't done much yet. But the thing is, like we saw a lot of Percy Butler against tight ends so far too. He had Zach Ertz. That one play he had where he had no idea what was going on pre-snap, and then the ball got snapped, and he just started running with Ertz. He almost picked it off. So like he's looked pretty good when he's had a play up high. I think we're going to do a lot more like 3 safety looks, whether it's Forrest up front, whether it's Percy Butler up front. They've been doing less Cam up front for obvious reasons. Like he's the best one out in the back of the secondary. So I think we'll see more of that. Like big dime. It's not like big. It's kind of like big nickel, but instead of an extra corner, you have an extra safety. So I think we'll do more of that, especially against teams that have really good tight ends. Get those guys in the box, cover them across the middle, like or St. Juice too. But God, I do not want Cody Barton covering Dalton Kincaid the whole game. But he's gonna get ate up. Like that boy's gonna be on an island out there. Let's see. I'm ready to watch the Giants whooping on national TV. Dude,
oh hell yeah!
What's that gonna be?
The NFL, like, look, the NFL season is so weird. That game's gonna be close for no reason. Like, everything is lined up for the Niners to smoke these boys tonight, but the season is so weird. Watch the Niners beat them by like 3 to 7 points tonight. Like, bro,
I'm gonna say 35-13. I don't think it's gonna be close, especially with Saquon out. Like the Giants, I hope the Giants learn their lesson tonight. And it's like shame on you for not respecting Saquon.
I hope it's a blowout, but this season's the script is crazy, bro. They're just figuring the script out on the go this year.
He said, "We're getting Brock Bowers in the next draft." Yes, please, God, I'm begging you. Olu Fashanu,
I love Brock Bowers, but the way our tackle situation is set up here, I can't dream about a tight end when we don't got one tackle worth a damn on the roster right now.
Yeah, Luke has been good. Laporte is a beast for the Lions. I like seeing Laporte a lot too. Yeah, Mayers has just been blocking. Poor guy stuck out there at the West Coast. But yeah, we do need some more tight end play. I will say John Bates surprised the hell out of me last week, and then Cole Turner needs to get more snaps. So Logan Thomas, more than likely, is for sure going to be out Sunday. They have some like I said, Bernard might be out for them linebacker wise, but dude, Matt Milano is a guy that we really wanted here in free agency at linebacker. Oh my God, can you imagine if we had Matt Milano? And EB was paying respect for him today. He was like, "Look, I'm gonna give him his flowers because he's one of the best in the NFL." That does not bode well for us. I don't care if it was Logan Thomas out there, but their linebacker corp is ridiculous. It's really good. So that's one thing that does worry me is what can we get going in that short to intermediate game to where Sam's not just forcing things down the field. Whether Micah Hyde plays or not, Jordan Poyer, they got some really good corners. Travis White, Khair Lam sometimes rotates in. Like they've got a good secondary. So like that's the one thing that I'm worried about is can Sam get things going? But I think we'll see more screens. Like the screens that we've seen, and that this is pretty bad to say, they've been more exciting than they've been in a very long time. They've been more effective.
We actually can run a well-designed screen pass, man. But like I think offensively we're going to be fine and we're going to produce on Buffalo. The X factor of this game to me is, are we going to get to Allen consistently? Are we going to be able to get our hands on Allen and force him into the YOLO balls that he so desires? He so desires throwing the ball right to your corners and safeties and daring you to take the ball from them. And we're 30 minutes in and we haven't even mentioned the guy 99 yet, Chase Young. Actually looked good. He looked really good. In 30 snaps, he was as effective as we've seen him since his rookie season. And to that, I say, thank you. I want to be wrong. I do not want to be right about my Chase Young takes. I do not root against our players. I want him to be worthy of the second overall pick that we drafted him to be. He looked really good next to Montez, Allen, and Payne. They looked phenomenal as a group once they got their lives together and cut that 18-point lead out. I cannot wait to see what they do because I think they're gonna have to be the ones who lead us to victory this week.
Yeah, and their offensive line isn't the best. I agree with Red Wings here, especially with the way our defensive line has been. And I agree with you. Like, shout out to Chase. That's what I've been dying for. But their offensive line, they got Deion Dawkins at left tackle, Connor McGovern at left guard, Mitch Morris at center. Pretty good. Osiris Torrance, the rookie at right guard, really wanted him too. And then Spencer Brown at right tackle. It's a decent offensive line, but their right side's definitely, they got the rookie. Spencer Brown's not the best right tackle. That's where we can get things going. I agree with we have to get to Josh Allen. We can't let him heat up and hit Stephon Diggs these deep balls. We had some miscommunication in the first half last week against Denver. Can't let that happen again.
And we got interceptions when they get in our hands. We've dropped like 6 this year.
Yeah, it was a lot. And then Forbes almost dropped his, but it was good. If he catches that clean, that's a pick 6. But that's what I love though. He's been in position to get 3 interceptions. The Hail Mary, he almost picked off, but he was boxing out 3 dudes. The Cardinals ones in the game, the 4th down, and then the interception he did got. So that is encouraging to see him. He's in position to get these interceptions.
Yep, he's in the right place.
But he's going to be sticky on these wide receivers. But I agree with you. This defensive line has a chance to really be the difference in the game. And that's what I was telling the guys last night. I was on Cover 1 talking about they're like, how do you think this really plays out? I'm to be honest with you, I think this defensive line gets the chance to hit Josh Allen. And I think he does make these stupid throws that he is just so notorious at making. Like you said, just forcing things for no reason. because our defense is in a good position to get interceptions all the time. It's like we just got to catch them. Like Cam Curl drops a couple, Forrest has dropped some, Percy Butler dropped some. Like the opportunity is going to be there. Like we just have to actually make it happen. And if we do, we're going to try to run the ball because they don't have the best run defense either. And we're got to get things going and just control the game. Like I don't want this to be some kind of shootout where it's like Josh Allen and the Chiefs, that one game that went to overtime. Like that is not what we're trying to do. Like we need to like play like you're playing on Madden hard mode. You're going to run, throw.
If we do go to overtime versus this team, I'm comfortable because ever since they bitched about the overtime rule, they're like 0-5 in overtime since then. So I'll gladly go to OT with the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, Josh Allen in his career as a Buffalo Bill has never won an overtime game, and it's like 6 or 7. That's crazy.
They bitched and moaned about that playoff overtime rule, and then lost 5 straight overtime games since then.
That's terrible. I think Sam needs more design runs, to be honest, and places some RPOs. Yeah, I think we will see some more design runs. I think it's just going to be like protecting him a little bit. So they're not going to call up like 10 like QB like draws or anything like that. But it comes with the misdirection though, like especially with RPOs. Like he's looking to hand it off, he can pull it if the linebacker bites, and he can run. So that's what I love about like college offenses, because you see so much RPOs. He did it all in North Carolina. Like if you go back and watch Phil Longo's offense in North Carolina when he had Sam Howell, there's a lot of design runs, but a lot of times he did get hit more than he should have. But I think Eric Bieniemy is going to cook things up. Like you said, in the red zone, that's where he gets things going. I think it's time for B-Rob to be a top 5 NFL running back this game with the tropical storm coming in. Dude, I forgot who it was. Someone, who was it?
Maurice Jones-Drew.
Maurice Jones-Drew said he was like, what, number 10 in the NFL?
Yeah, he got him in the top 10.
Bro, I'll take it.
I think he had him like 6 this week.
Was it 6 or 7?
Yeah, I think this week he had him at like 6. Yeah, MJD.
I'll take it. I mean, the first game was kind of ugly. And at the first half, we couldn't really run too much because we're down 18 points. But that second half, he just absolutely took over. And that's what I love. Like, I know it's a passing league. It's, it's exciting when you throw these 30, 40-yard bombs. But like, in my opinion, there's nothing better than a running back that can just wear out a defense and just make them look like they're exhausted, just like mentally defeat them on the field. And that's what B-Rob did in that second half.
B-Rob's vision, the jump cuts, I was like, I don't even know who this is right now.
He had a little spin move. I said, what the hell?
Yeah, but Adrian Peterson possessed his body in that second half.
Bro, I watched him at 4 years Alabama. He never once did a spin move.
I apologize, sir. I'm not familiar with your game today.
I like how Sam is mobile. We're definitely not relying on running. Absolutely. I don't want him doing a ton of stuff. Allen's going to give us 3 to 7 chances to get a turnover, and we'll take those chances.
Knowing us, we're going to hopefully cash in 2 out of the 7. We're going to drop 5 picks and catch 2, hopefully. Who do you think is going to be lined up primarily with Diggs?
Probably Fuller. Like technically he's still our corner 1. Like he's still lining up on like the top wide receivers. So like he was on Jerry Jeudy, and Forbes was on Mims most of the game. And then same with Arizona. Fuller was on Hollywood Brown most of the game, and he was on Michael Wilson. So I think it's got to be Fuller, which like I'm not mad at it, but if he starts getting like dogged, then switch him up. But I think Kendall's another guy that is like super underrated, especially in this fan base. Everyone's already like, nah, like, bro, we need to get another corner next year. Like, don't re-sign him. Like, he's still young. He's like in his 20s still.
He's the oldest 28-year-old in the history of football, bro. He's a 47-year-old, 28-year-old, bro.
Yeah, it's weird because I do feel like he's been in the league for like 20 years, but he hasn't been.
Like we drafted him in like 2007, bro. Like,
yeah. No, it feels like him and his brother both have been around for a long time. Like I remember watching them at Tech. I'm like, good God, these guys have been here forever. Yeah. But I think he's primarily going to be on Stephon Diggs. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, it's not like Forbes can't do it. So like he'll have Gabe Davis. Like that's a test on its own. Like it's not like he's got like Khalil Shakir, like,
and he has a big body mass difference on Forbes too. So
that's another thing. Yeah,
he's gonna be boxing him out in the paint.
Gabe Davis can go up and get it too. That's the only thing that scares me. We talked about this a little bit. We said it sucked previously in the stream. Yeah, I hate that.
Diggs.
Yeah, go rewatch it. We had a good little rant on it. One thing I didn't like was him staring some reads down.
That's what young quarterbacks do, though.
Yeah, it's like I can't be like, oh, I might be able to get that. It's like it happens.
I think my favorite thing is that he looks as good as, if not better than, every quarterback that was drafted with him and the guys that came out this year.
He said, "Look, he said the magic mushrooms kicked in high altitude for B. Rob didn't recognize him at all."
Hey, I'm telling you, the altitude was something, because Antonio Gibson on that screen pass, that's as fast as I've seen him run since that Buffalo screen in 2021. That man was running a 4.19, bro. That altitude had dudes moving different, bro.
They had Jahan Dotson blocking safeties out in space and that B-Rob run.
Altitude give you superpower. They got vibranium in that shit.
Absolutely. I'm here for it. B-Rob was playing with that rock. Dron Bland is the name. Gonna step up for Dallas. Yeah, like I said, they still got some ballers. I'm not worried about Dallas. I think they're still gonna be good. I think right now, are we the second best team in the NFC East, or are we overreacting?
We can add it around. We got to prove that over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It's still Philly, Dallas.
Well, I said we still got Philly in 2 weeks. That's the big test.
And we got next week. We got to take care of business.
Yeah, next week.
That is going to be the Fox game of the week. If we win and Philly wins this week, we're going into week 4 and with a 3-0 versus 3-0 matchup versus the Eagles for first place in the division. What?
And we love playing at Philly too.
Man, come on, man. We got to win this game Sunday. We got to beat Buffalo Sunday. That's why, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm feeling the vibes right now, bro.
So let's do this. Let's do we win if, we lose if kind of thing. So, like, say we look back on this Monday and we lose. It's a close one. Why did we lose this game?
Okay, if we look back Monday, why did we lose this game? We did not get to Josh Allen. We didn't get to Josh Allen, and we got behind early, and we let Josh Allen get his mojo going, and he went for one of them days, 390, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick type of day. If we give Allen time to pick us apart, it's gonna get real bad for us early.
I agree with you, and I'm thinking about, like, if we win this game, how? And I just think about, like, that 49ers game back when it was a monsoon. Someone, they didn't even call this a tropical storm. I forgot what they called this. A tropical cyclone is what I saw on Twitter. Some weather guy said.
Wild phrasing.
So yeah, I don't know what it's gonna look like. It might hail, it might rain, you might have a tornado. I don't know. But if it does,
the Troy Apke game.
Oh yeah, the Troy Apke. We had the throwback jerseys on, man. That was a good game.
And then both of them was surfing on the field and shit. Penguin diving in the rain.
I was hoping, yeah. And yeah, I remember that one. But if we win this game, rain or shine, honestly, like, we get the game going on the ground. We can, and I said this beginning of the season, our blueprint is we need to run the ball down people's throat. We need to control the game, wear out defenses, and get to the quarterback and get turnovers. Like, and that's with Sam Howell. I don't care like who our quarterback is. Like, that is the big blueprint. And you watch the Eagles when they beat the Vikings, and that it was a close game. It should have been close.
Nasty game.
But thank God they had DeAndre Swift. Like, I'm telling y'all, running backs still matter in this game. Christian McCaffrey out of the 49ers. That was a close game against the Rams. It shouldn't have been. But thank God that boy was toting that rock all game long. Like, I'm telling you, I don't care if they get paid or not. Running backs make a huge difference in this game. And I said the Vikings were going to suck this year because of it. And they might be 0-3 after they lose to the Chargers. One of either the Chargers or them are going to be out. And they're both out. They're top.
I raise you one. We win if Sam Howell takes the Bills by the horn, not the bull. He takes the Bills by the horn. I know I had to give you something corny. He give you a little one-liner. Sam Howell goes for 350 and three touchdowns Sunday. The league is going to be looking at him, EB, and our team very different if Sam Howell outduels Josh Allen on Sunday. Everybody who's just Sam Howell, they got imagine being excited for Sam Howell to play quarterback. Meanwhile, y'all quarterbacks got 5 picks through 2 weeks. Couldn't be me.
Imagine being excited for Daniel Jones.
Couldn't be me. Like, imagine being excited for Sam Howell. We're very excited for Sam
exactly.
Howell. If we win, Sam Howell's going to be the number one reason why we win this game Sunday.
I'm just saying, man, I'm looking at this roster. Tron Johnson, Tre'Davious White, top corner in the league. Micah Hyde should play. If not, we'll get DeMar Hamlin. Jordan Poyer, Christian Bedford, Khair Alam.
Come at us, bro. Bro.
I'm just saying, bro, if he has 350 yards and that many touchdowns, they better send him straight to Canton. Like that. that boy need a gold jacket. Like,
Hey, was you also sick that he didn't get that 1 yard for 300 last week?
Oh, dude, that's
I
killing
was
me.
disgusted.
I went when I was going back watching like the all 22. I'm like, oh, they could have got one more yard on that play.
I was
Come
mad
on,
at Gibson for not picking up that extra yard on the screen pass.
it's ridiculous. Come on, man, you got to get it. Like Sam needed to take a sack or something before he threw that ball to Terry, man. Like, think about yourself sometimes, Sam. What are the possibilities we can have our game Flex versus Eagles?
It's too early for flexing, but
Yeah.
it'll be a very
What time is that? A 1 o'clock game?
Yeah, the 1 o'clock kick. That's not getting flexed on week 4, but it's
Nah.
gonna be the game they talk about the
We'll
most.
get Troy Buck or whatever. You know, like we'll get Buck and Troy Aikman, like the usual, like the Washington haters. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, the Eagles are the team to beat in the whole NFC."
They're Monday Night Football now, so we're gonna.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The number 1 crew is a different crew now, but like
Thank
it'll
God.
be one of their games of the week though. Like that will be the most talked about matchup if we're both 3-0 going into week 4.
And like that will determine a lot for us too, like for the season. Yep. Let's see. The storm is expected to bring 3 to 5 inches of rain with wind gusts up to 50 miles. Right, I'm telling you, Sam Howell ain't throwing that ball that many times.
They ain't throwing that shit.
Hey, that's good because you know damn well. Remember the game? Was it last year? The Bills and the Patriots. The game where they only had 1 touchdown. It was Damian Harris run. The win. They were like, bro, we need to cancel this game.
Nasty. That shit was nasty, bro.
But that's the thing. If the Bills are forced to run the ball, they're not gonna beat us.
Don't make Cameron Cheeseman snap the ball in that shit.
It could be no worse. So maybe it'll help him out. It'll have something to slide across it.
Oh yeah.
Instead of just the grab. But I'm telling you, like, if the Bills are forced to throw the ball, run the ball, I like our chances a lot more. If we win, the special teams make a big play for us, lead a touchdown. If we lose, it's because we put too much in Sam Howell and he throws the ball 40 plus times. I was shook when I saw that he threw the ball 30 times in the first half, bro. 30.
We did eventually get down 18 points though. So we kind of had to. We kind of had to. What we gonna run inside zone down 18? Like what we about to do with it?
His game projection on Underdog Fantasy for the whole game, like passing attempts, was 28.5. He had more in the first half. That's wild. I get it. Like we were down a lot, but I'm like, damn, the fact that he actually came back that fast was good. So, all right, let's wrap it up, Rio. What is your score prediction? Are we going 3-0?
God damn it. Since we're having tropical cyclones, it makes me want to rethink my score prediction. But let's just go to Dream Fantasy Land. We're going to get perfect 1 o'clock kickoff weather on Sunday. I got Washington cashing in 3rd victory in a row. First 3-0 since 2005 with a 28-27 victory over the Buffalo Bills. 28, meaning 4 touchdowns. No field goals, no Cameron Cheeseman nonsense this week. Just make sure the extra points are tight. 28-27 Washington, and that 28 comes in a last 3-minute drive by Sam Howell to punctuate and send us out of there with a 3-0 start to the season for the first time in 18 years.
I'm with it. I think we win this one 24-23. I think Forbes has another pick. I think we have a game-winning field goal at the very end.
I think my heart might stop if we have to put Cheeseman out there to decide a game.
But I think it's going to be like a 30-yarder. Write it down. Save this. A 35-yard game winner.
This man be snapping the ball to the opposite goal post. I don't know what he'd be doing, man.
Like, don't make no sense. Like, you're not even a center. You're a long snapper. You're only out there for field goals and punts, man. You're not even the primary guy.
You have one job, my guy.
You can't do it. Like, what does your practice look like all week? But appreciate you, Rio. Let them know where they can follow you if they don't already. I'm sure they do.
Yes, sir. Rio Robinson on YouTube. Rio_Robinson91. Always mixing it up on the timeline, talking my shit, keeping it real raw and unfiltered at all times, even on things that are not football. Hence the nurse tweet that somebody brought up in the chat earlier. Y'all know the vibes, bro. Let's go for 3-0 this weekend. I'm with it. Appreciate y'all stopping by. We'll be back. Like I said, Rio's going to chop it up on Bleacher Report for it after the game stream. So it's either going to be hype or he's going to have some shit to say if it looks bad. So appreciate y'all coming by, and we'll see y'all next time.